because it's not always, a piece of real estate that they're living in. It could be that they have a
Right.
portfolio of rental properties, or they
Yeah.
have a commercial building that they both own. And that's something I think that we haven't really jumped into yet, that I think we can kind of go down that rabbit hole if you want right now. Like,
Yeah.
what does that look like from your perspective if they own rental property or investment properties?
Yeah. So for investment and rental properties, it really depends. So for some people, let's say it's a commercial building that's associated with a business. So like they own the commercial property, it's associated with the business. They're the one that's keeping the business. They're going to buy out their spouse. In that case, that commercial property is likely going to be lumped in with the value of their business. What is the value of everything they own for that business? They buy out the other spouse. What we more likely see, though, are people that just have like an investment property here or there. It's not set up in a business structure, or they have a second home. And so the question is, do you plan on maintaining these things jointly, or do you plan on selling them, or do you plan on one of you keeping them? Because for each of those items, we need to look at them separately. And again, different tax implications. So for a lot of people that have investment properties or even second homes or different things, they're depreciating them. That's kind of a very different impact on your taxes. And your CPA has to give us exactly the right information for what that's going to look like, because it's not just run of your mill everyday primary home. But it does get interesting in if you choose to keep stuff together. If you choose to keep things together, then we have to talk about actual usage of that property, maintenance of that property, and who can live there, for example. So it's one thing if it's an investment property and you have a renter in it. Maybe you choose to keep it jointly. You're going to share the maintenance costs. You're going to share the income. But what if you own a property like a second home, like you have a cottage in Payson? Then we really need to be very specific about usage of the property. So for many people, what they'll do is they'll split it up. So 6 months out of the year, one person gets to use it, and 6 months out of the year, the other person gets to use it. So we're not all there at the same time, causing conflict. Or, you both choose to celebrate Christmas there. We don't want those pieces to happen. But there does need to be, regardless, definitely a layer of trust between the two of you. Because in a divorce, trust tends to be the first thing that dissolves in a relationship. And you need to have trust if you're going to retain something mutually, because you need to trust that, the other person's going to keep it in the condition that you want it kept in, or that they're going to pay for the maintenance fees, or that they're going to take care of whatever role they chose to take care of with the tenant.